Alright guys, this is a long playing review for Boulder Dash on the Amstrad CPC from First Star Software, and I can't believe it's taken me so long to get around to this, because this is one of my favourite games of all time. Absolutely love this, and I had great fun making this game. This is the version I had originally on cassette, which came the construction kit. So this is Boulder Dash 4, there's quite a few sequels, but actually this was just Boulder Dash 1 with the construction kit. Anyway, it's a great little action sort of puzzle game. Dash around a maze, collecting diamonds, get to the exit before you get squashed by boulders or eaten by fireflies. And, well, there's actually a lot more to it than that. Anyway, it's from First Star Software in 1984. The year release of the Amstrad CPC as well, and technically it's very impressive considering the Amstrad hadn't been out that long. Cool little title screen and music. And here we're just choosing our options. There's 5 different levels of gameplay, and you can even choose the cave you want to start on. I'm going to be complete pussy and do it on level 1, because that's what most people have done. But anyway, here we go. So you control that cool little dude there, called Rockford, and he dashes around, collecting diamonds, and avoiding boulders crushing him. And as you can see, it looks and sounds fantastic. Great use of Mode 1 graphics, 4 colours. And that noise and flash there signifies I've collected enough diamonds so I can go to the exit. I'll collect a few more on the way to get bonus points, and there's the exit flashing away. And that's the first cave done. Nice. Okay, so, well, Boulder Dash was originally released in about early 1984 for the Atari 8-bit computers, and was an absolute smash hit. It was kind of loosely inspired by a really old ancient arcade game from Taito called The Pit, which in turn was probably inspired by Dig Dug, but it's greatly expanded on the collecting items and avoiding boulders of the pit. Oh, that sort of flashing colours there signifies I've just got myself a bonus life by getting 500 points. So yeah, and yeah, it was quickly ported to many computers, like the Commodore 64 version, which is very similar to the Atari one, and arguably the 2 best versions. And also got onto the Spectrum, Apple II, MSX, Amiga, Acorn Electron, BBC Micro, NES, PC, Amiga, so many. And I think there's about 16 caves in total, and 5 different skill levels. When you increase the skill level, the layout of the boulders and diamonds are slightly different. You have a much stricter time limit, but the gameplay mechanics remain the same. And as you can see here, guys, this is a good example of how sort of boulders work. As you can see there, if there's nothing supporting a boulder, they will fall to the floor and crush you. They fall at the same speed as you move, so you can outmaneuver falling boulders. And obviously, as you move around the maze, you know, the earth gets dug away. Do you know what? I don't think I really need to explain how Boulder Dash works. I'm sure most of you have already played it and can pick up pretty much what's going on here. There's lots to consider in the game, though. I mean, it's quite a fun, simple arcade action game, really. But there's quite a bit of puzzling involved, and planning your moves and working out what to do next. Because as the levels increase, new things get introduced. I think we're on Cave D here. also known as firefly dens. So now we've got like some enemy creatures in the game. Those fireflies, they always move in a anti-clockwise direction, so you can sort of predict how they're going to move when you release them. That's it. And when you squash them with a boulder, they release diamonds. So this is the number of diamonds to collect that are loosely based around the maze. You have to basically kill the fireflies. Sorry, butterflies actually they're called. Fireflies come in later in the game, and they don't release diamonds. We're a bit stuck there, and you can I don't know if you can see what I just did there, but while you're standing you can actually do like a hold the fire button and move to the left, right, up and down, and it will destroy the earth next to you. That's quite handy. And obviously you've got to think about where the boulders are, where they'll end up, whether you'll get trapped in, or whether you'll need a boulder to squash a firefly or butterfly to escape. And that becomes a lot more apparent and puzzling on the later levels, where things get really, really tight and tough. You'll see that in a bit. There you go, that's all the diamonds needed. That's cave D done. And after 4 caves, you get to a bonus level, which is pretty cool. They're different every time. This time we've got to squash a butterfly with 1 rock. Can we do it? Yes, we can. And we've got ourselves a bonus life. Right, okay. These are fireflies. Okay, they don't explode into diamonds when crushed, and there's no rocks in this level. So what we're going to do here, guys, is make sort of a long running track for them to give us a bit of space and time to collect the diamonds. And these guys always move in a sort of a clockwise direction. So it's useful to remember which way the fireflies and butterflies move. There you go. The other fireflies are off on their own expedition around the little tracks I've made for them. Ooh, that was close. Ooh. And there's the exit. Guys, I had an absolute blast doing this game. Had really, really good fun. And it's it's one of my favourite games of all time. And it was excellent on all the computers it was released for. The Amstrad version is really impressive. Given the age of the machine, that programmers are still getting used to how to program decent games, get used to all the quirks and tricks of the Amstrad. And this holds up really, really impressively to the Atari original and the Commodore 64 version. In fact, what I like about this version is obviously the colours are a lot more bolder, the graphics are a lot more crisper as well. Perhaps not good as sound effects as like the Commodore 64 version. I mean, the Commodore 64 has that wonderful SID chip, but the sound effects are still fantastic, and it looks brilliant and plays really nice and fast as well, which is really, really key in a Boulder Dash game. And the scrolling's really decent as well. It's not as smooth, of course, as the Commodore 64 version or the Atari, but it's really, really smooth for the Amstrad and moves really nicely. In fact, it's a lot smoother and quicker than the Spectrum version I've seen, unless it was just like a bad emulation. So I'm really, really proud of this version. And if I could go back and do my Amstrad top 20 games again, I might actually include this now, thinking about it. I've just totally forgotten about Boulder Dash at the time when I did that top 20 Amstrad games vid about 3 years ago. This is one of my favourite levels because we've got the introduction of a new creature, which is the amoeba there. that green sort of slime stuff. And what we've got to do here, guys, is basically trap it within boulders. Once it's trapped within boulders and can't grow any further, it will turn into diamonds, which is how we escape this level. So I just get loads of boulders on the go there. But not too many, because you'll need to get in there and get the diamonds. So make sure you leave one boulder you can like basically roll away to get there. And there you go, I've left that one boulder right at the top there so I can move that one away. Makes a cool creepy little sound effect as well as it's moving. So again, here's where the sort of puzzle and planning element comes in. How to trap that amoeba, and also how to get in there. You can easily squash it with boulders and stuff and trap it, but you know, if you get too many stuck and you can't move any boulders away, then well, you're not going to be able to complete the level. It's a fair bit of planning involved. It's like there, I'm just sort of thinking where we can get to that diamond knot. I'm wondering if I actually move down there, I'm going to get trapped. So I've decided to wimp out and leave it. And there we go, then we can get in there and get the diamonds, move a few more boulders out of the way. And that's enough diamonds collected, but we might as well get a few more, get some bonus points. And I think the exit should be in the top right there somewhere. There it is. Ooh, might as well get one more diamond. Okay. And I think this is the first introduction of another new gameplay mechanic. I think it's called the Enchanted Wall. One of these walls here, actually I think is that one just to the left there. Basically, when you smack it with a boulder, let a boulder drop on it, it sort of activates itself, and any of the boulders that drop through turn into diamonds. So what we're doing there is clearing a bit of a space underneath the Enchanted Wall. Okay, that should be enough. And then we can move up shortly and start dropping boulders onto that wall there. Now if you're wondering what this, on the display there, on the display bar on the top left corner, that shows you've got 10 diamonds to collect, and it's 10 points per diamond. So the 10 to the left of that sort of diamond symbol shows you how many diamonds you need to get, and then the 10 after the diamond symbol shows you the score per diamond. Oh, we accidentally activated the wall, but there you go. So get enough boulders as you can through as quickly as possible, and when they drop through they turn into diamonds. We only need to get 10 diamonds here, so we've probably got enough. Oops. And there you go, see you turn them into diamonds. Fantastic. There you go. And to the right of this score then, right now the diamonds show now get 20 bonus points per diamond. That's why you can see that the 3 diamonds and 20 there means it's 20 points per diamond. So you get 1 point per second left in the clock, which is ticking away there in the middle next to your score on the right. And you can see we've collected 21 diamonds so far. So if you want to hunt around and pick up a few more diamonds, get a bit of a score, cool. But just bear in mind that if there's only 10 points per diamond and you waste over 10 seconds getting the next diamond, there's not much point. Here's the next bonus level. Quite a tricky one this. Be very, very quick. And thankfully guys, the controls are nice, tight and responsive on the Amstrad version. Occasionally they feel a little bit sticky, or sometimes a little bit too sensitive, I think it's more too sensitive. Occasionally, sort of, you only want to move across one, and you end up moving across two, which can be quite annoying and can lead to some premature deaths. I'm not sure if that was the same sort of issue on the Atari and Commodore 64 versions, but that can be really annoying, especially on the second to last cave, which is Cave O. I'll show you that at the time when we come to it. And I love this level as well. I just love the chaos you can cause. All the boulders, diamonds smashing through. And this is why I was really crap at Boulder Dash when I first had it as a kid. I had more fun just sort of exploring the level and making as much chaos as possible, rather than actually thinking about how to complete the level and doing it. But it's really good to come back and revisit this game and do it properly. It's the first time I've completed it. Well, at least on this difficulty level. More rock slides, nice. Be careful you don't get trapped. Some clever manoeuvring you can get through, like I just did there. Now, if two rocks are balanced on top of each other, with nothing supporting it below or to the right of it or to the left, then the top rock will always topple over, like so. But like that rock there, just to the top left, where it's surrounded by those diamonds, that's not toppling over because there's some dirt underneath it. It's only when it's on top of another rock will it sort of topple. So that's another little thing worth remembering, because it might save you bacon later on. And I just love how this game has sort of implemented, you know, physics in the game. Sure, everything falls at the same speed, but I mean, you can charge around this as like, you know, like a proper action game, you know, collecting diamonds. But then you've got to use your brain at some point, and there's a puzzle element involved. And it's just simply great fun. A really simple game concept, expanded really well. If you want to give a good example of why gaming was brilliant in the 1980s, this is a game to show, because it still holds up really well today. In fact, it's still been ported to, like, you know, Android and iPhones. I think it was even released on the Virtual Console as well. Actually, it's quite a perfect game to play on a little sort of mobile phone device or whatever. It's testament to the game that it's still loved and being played to this day on you know, next generation machines and devices. Great fun games will still remain great fun games. Now this level's quite tricky. Again, I'm making sort of a bit of a track and a runway for these bastard little fireflies. Oops, I moved up too quickly there. See, that was one of the niggles I have with this version. That sometimes you just want to move up one, and you end up moving two at the same time. I guess it's a compromise between Rockford, your character there. I've just done it again. Moving nice and quickly, but it can be oversensitive and move too far, which is a bit of a shame. Okay, this one takes a bit of working out and a bit of thinking. Need to give them plenty of places to run these little fireflies. Sometimes there's several ways to complete a level, other times there's sort of really only one way to do it. I think this is the only way really you're going to be able to do this level, by following what I've done here. Okay, quickly get through, get those two diamonds. You don't need to release those fireflies to the left. You can leave that one to the right there, happily, because you can just nip around the back there and get the other diamond. Okay, very carefully here, hold the fire button down and press the down key to get rid of the dirt in front of you. Another useful little gameplay mechanic, that. As you can see, those fireflies in the bottom right corner have already made it through most of that maze I've dug for them. So I've got to be really, really quick. I'm not being especially quick though this time. I can do this level a lot better. We can leave those 4 diamonds. It's probably best to actually, because we've got enough now. That bang and the flash signifies we've got enough diamonds. So I think we'll leave them and just get to the exit. And just carefully time your way through. Hey, and there you go. Right, on to Cave K. Known in the instructions as the crowd cave because it's so crowded with boulders, and it's very, very easy in this one to get yourself trapped in with boulders. So this one took quite a bit of working out actually. If you're not careful you might get squished by a boulder. I'm going to release that firefly and kill him. So we left a bit of a gap here, because that's where the exit is. So what we need to do is clear the top there so we can get through from above. So we're going to just get all those boulders out of the way, and then go back around a different way and come back down that way. Clear them out of the way just in case I get trapped, so I can loop back round. I love the Rockford character as well, he's really cute. You can see if you stand still for too long, he starts tapping his foot, as in, you know, while we're waiting. He blinks at you and really, really nicely done. Not quite sure what creature he's supposed to be. Maybe he's kind of like a, I don't know, a humanoid type ant or something like that. Who knows? Oh yeah, the other thing to note about Boulder Dash, there was actually an arcade game released for Boulder Dash from Exidy in 1984, and I believe, I may be wrong, but I think it may be the first example of a home computer game being made into an arcade game and released as a coin-op. I think it was the very, very first example of that happening. It's quite rare that happens. Normally, of course, it's either way, arcade conversions to the home computers, but there you go. Boulder Dash was so cool and loved that, you know, he got his own arcade game. But this Amstrad version is simply superb. I absolutely love it to bits. I think fans of the Commodore 64 and Atari original will probably say that, well, scrolling's a bit smoother on those versions, but I think this looks a lot better. Because the Amstrad's colour palette is so bold, and I love how the colours change. We've got really, really nice bold pinks here. And I think the sprites and graphics just look a little bit crisper as well. Now, sound effects wise, I already mentioned, you know, you can't normally beat the SID chip on the Commodore 64, but these sound effects are really, really good. Now this little bit here is quite tricky, because we've got to work out a route here to basically blow up a firefly with a rock, so we can bash through that wall. Now these walls can be destroyed by an explosion. So we've got to be really careful and sort of dig a little trap, because we're going to blow up that wall to the left there. So what we're going to do is drop this boulder onto that bit of earth below, and that's what we're going to use to crush the firefly and blow him up. So we need to get those at least two of those diamonds beyond those walls. We kind of mucked it up there, but I think we'll just about do it. And there you go, that's your way through. Again, a lot more thinking involved as levels progress. I need to get that other diamond there as well. So So we're going to leave that boulder in the top left corner and get another firefly and get him to chase us and squish him. There we go. Right, he's after us. Just time it right. Lovely. So yeah guys, I absolutely love this game, love this Amstrad version, so I'm going to give this a score now. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10, definitely. I've been feeling quite generous and nearly gave it a 9.5. 9.25. So indecisive sometimes. Alright, okay, bonus level before the final 4 caves. This one's not too hard, just avoid the fireflies. Take your time, and eventually they'll move on. Sometimes the fireflies get stuck in sort of a little loop, and they just sort of loop around a 2x2 square for a bit until something bumps into them or a rock falls near them. But that's a fairly easy bonus level to do. Right, caves M, N, O, and P. And this is probably one of my favourite levels. Because we've got amoeba again. I love when amoeba is in there, appearing in the level. And we've got all those butterflies, which when destroyed will turn into diamonds. So what we're going to do is kind of sort of make a big sort of empty arena here for the butterflies to sort of like dot around in. And basically when they touch the amoeba, they explode into diamonds. You could probably release them and squash them with rocks if you wanted to, but it's a lot quicker and a lot better to use the amoeba to do the job. And as you can see, the amoeba can expand really quickly sometimes, especially if there's nothing in his way. Now I think we've got enough there, so we're going to release the butterflies and just wait for all carnage and chaos to break loose. Here we go. To move very quickly. And just wait it out over to the right. But remember, your exit is in the top left, so you don't want the amoeba to completely surround your exit, otherwise you'll be stuffed. Brilliant. I just love the chaos and carnage that can occur in this game. I was just mesmerised by this as a kid. I think pretty much I always went to this cave to start with when playing this game years ago, because you can select either cave A, E, L or M like this one to start on if you wish to on the title screen, which is cool. Lets you see a lot more of the game then and what to look forward to. Yay, that's enough diamonds. Might as well collect a few more for bonus points, but ooh, it's very close to swallowing the exit there. So I didn't want to waste any more time there. Right, things get really tough. This level is an absolute swine. I think this is probably the hardest level in the game, and it took quite a bit of working out. Now, you quite obviously got quite a bit of sort of plain area empty to the left there, so immediately I just go and start making sort of a track and a runway for these. But I don't think you'd ever do this level when you first go, because it takes a bit of experimenting and time to work out what you need to do. Because you need to get those boulders, position them above those runways where those butterflies are, and squish them with the boulders. And that's quite tricky to do. The hard part is here, where we've got to release these fireflies so we can get to those boulders. And remember, they will immediately move to the left, so move to the right. And timing there is really hard, crucial. Whatever you do, don't let those boulders drop any further below, because you'll never get them above those traps where the butterflies are. So we're just going to make another little run maze and runway for those fireflies to keep them occupied and give us a bit more time. Okay, now here's a tricky bit and quite the annoying bit. It's moving those rocks just in place at the right place, because sometimes you can basically just move to the rock and push left, but it doesn't always move instantly. Sometimes it moves by 2 squares, sometimes by 1 square, sometimes very quickly or very slowly. So this could be quite agonising when you just push a rock just too much to the left. I think that's probably the only fault with the Amstrad version. I don't know if that sort of happens with the Commodore 64 and Atari versions, but this was an absolute swine to do. Right, as you see, I'm pushing left and it's not moving, but sometimes moves, sometimes doesn't. I think that's probably designed to happen. But I'm just doing it a little, trying to just tap it left, just one more place to get it above that hole. So just take your time on this bit. Those fireflies are not really going to bother us, but we've got 3 of them on the way up, so we're going to have to move out of the way quick. Okay, and I think we're about ready now to drop those boulders on the butterflies below. You need to get at least 4 of those. Oh no, actually no, we need to get 30 diamonds and release 9 diamonds at a time, those butterflies. Pretty much all of them bar 1 I think you need to destroy to get enough diamonds. There you go. And that's arguably, guys, I think that's the hardest level done with this game. Once you know what to do on the other levels, they're not too hard. This one's quite a cool one. This one's called the funnel. And as you can see there, guys, there's sort of a load of walls sort of sending diagonally downwards to the left. And there's also another wall just to the left of the screen there, which comes the other way and creates what is known as the funnel. And basically, at the bottom of the funnel there, there's 3 bits of walls. That's an enchanted wall, which when you drop rocks through, if you remember from quite a few caves back, will turn the rocks into diamonds. So we need to get as much rocks as possible ready. Get rid of that firefly. So a lot of these caves and levels you have to do quite a bit of prep work on. Now just be mindful of this level, guys, because there's not much time. We're already down to about 90 seconds left. Now I think that should be a sufficient amount of rocks. We only need 15 diamonds. Now we just need to make our way across here very carefully. And be mindful about rocks blocking the exit there, which is just below us to the left. So I'm trying to get as many of them to fall to the right as possible. So again, prep work is key, especially on these later levels. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Right, hopefully I won't get too lost. But we need to clear all this space underneath the Enchanted Wall, which is just above us to the left. So try and get as much rocks out of the way as possible, because we don't want to lose those precious diamonds. Get many as possible. Well, we only need 15 diamonds, so we should do this fairly easily. I'll check for your time running out. I've got about 30 seconds left. I always forget to keep track of that. Should really be a lot quicker than this. And there you go. There goes the boulders down the funnel. Probably wasted a few diamonds there, because there's no space for them to turn into diamonds. Then we lose them. But we've got more than enough there. And cool, job done. And this is the final cave, guys. As you can see, it gives us a bit of a clue there. We've got some enchanted walls at the top there. Got a very tight time limit, so what we're doing here is just trying to sort of arrange some boulders that we can drop through the top there. But to get into the diamonds drop through with our enchanted wall, we need to blow through the bottom of the or side of the walls there, so we can get to them by dropping a boulder on the firefly. So again, quite a bit of planning and thinking is involved with this level. You need to get at least 12 diamonds. So remember, you need to get about at least 6 rocks per enchanted wall through. I think we've got plenty there. Although I'm taking too much time there. I'm just stood there thinking about stuff there as well. Not good. About 2 minutes left. Okay. So yeah, this is the final cave. As I mentioned, this is only on the first difficulty level, and there's 5 difficulty levels. So I've been a bit of a pussy and not done the hardest difficulty for you on this long play. But I had such good fun doing this video that I may go back and do the later levels, which are the same caves as I think I said before, but just with different sort of rock and diamond layout and a much stricter time limit. But I can't wait actually to go and play the next few levels, because I kind of feel that 16 caves is almost not enough. I wanted more and more. And such good fun in this game. Thankfully, as I mentioned, there's the Boulder Dash construction kit that was released, which you can basically build and make your own levels, which is really, really cool. I haven't actually tried that out yet. As I said, I had it on cassette on that Boulder Dash 4 released by High-Tech Software, but I think there was a fault on the tape and the construction kit was actually missing on it. Oh well. But it's well worth giving a try. And I'm wasting time here because I've got more than enough boulders to drop through. Oops. And we've got a really tight time limit. I wasn't paying attention to how many diamonds we need to get, which is 12 diamonds. I'm still messing about here. Anyway. I'm not going to leave myself enough time because this next bit's quite tricky. You need to get these fireflies squashed by the wall. And there you go, that's your way in. But remember, if you activate an enchanted wall, all the enchanted walls get activated. They only get activated for a certain amount of time and only once per level. So, first time I did this level, I made the mistake of activating that wall, getting those diamonds, forgetting that I need to blow through this wall. And by that point, the enchanted walls had finished, and I couldn't reactivate them. So bear that in mind. Okay, so we're about ready to go. So let's start this off. And get the diamonds. Oops. See, I wasted a few rocks there, so it's probably worth having a few spare ones just in case. Alright, about 30 seconds left. Should be able to do this. Got 6 diamonds. We need 6 more. There you go. And there you go, guys. That's Boulder Dash complete on the Amstrad CPC, except for this one last bonus level. Bit of thinking involved here. Bear in mind, when a boulder drops through an enchanted wall, it turns into a diamond, but if a diamond drops through an enchanted wall, it turns into a boulder, which is why I'm arranging these boulders there. So we need to get 6 diamonds to complete this bonus level. So when they drop through, they stay there and we can collect them up. And there you go, that's Boulder Dash done. Thanks for watching, guys. 9.25 out of 10 from me. And I may have a look at the next difficulty levels, which it moves on to here. It's difficulty 2 and Cave 8, as you can see, it looks a little bit different. So we'll see. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and see you next time. Cheers.